today we are going to talk about Pythagorean Theorem. And the first thing we need to make sure that we remind ourselves about Pythagorean Theorem is the actual formula. So let's review and write down the formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And we're going to actually draw out where the A, B, and C would be put on an actual triangle. So if I draw the traditional right triangle, what you normally see looks a little something like that, give or take my crookedness of this triangle. And we need to go ahead and label A as a leg, B as a leg, and C as the hypotenuse. Now, how did I know all of these letters go in those particular places? A is a leg here, B is a leg here, or vice versa. Those can go in either place. But we know that A and B are legs. They make up the actual right angle. So A and C cannot make that angle up. C and B cannot make that angle up. Only A and B together make that angle. Now, if you look directly diagonal from that angle, you're going to find your hypotenuse. It is always the longest side of the triangle. So we have a leg here. We have a leg here. Both of those make up the right angle. And our longest side is called the hypotenuse. All right, now that we have it labeled, let's go ahead and start on our first example. So I'm going to draw another version of a right triangle for you. You might see them kind of upside down looking. It doesn't matter. As long as the A square and the B square add up to equal that C square, it is a right triangle. So let's put a 3 here, let's put a 4 there, and let's put a we don't know right there. Now we're going to look for our A, our B, and our C. Like I said earlier, A and B are the legs, and those make up that right angle. So there's a leg, and there's a leg. So if I'm writing out my formula, A squared plus B squared equals C squared, I notice that I'm missing that diagonal portion. I'm missing that longest side. So that has to be that C that I am missing. So let's plug in an A and a B to search for the C. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. Now, in order to square something, you multiply it by itself. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 times 4 is 16, equals C squared. 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 equals C squared. We are not looking for C squared. Do not plug 25 in as your answer. This is where you need to now turn your phone calculator sideways, and you will see towards the left, I believe it's the second row, second column, if I'm not mistaken, it should have a square root button, a little square root symbol looking something like that. And it has a little baby 2 beside it. That is your square root button. Once you type 25, then click that button, you will see that your answer is 5. 5 is C. That is your missing hypotenuse in this particular problem. So C equals 5. There. Well, what if you have your hypotenuse? What if you need to work the problem backwards? Let's do an example that needs to be worked using inverse operation. So let's draw another right triangle. This time I'm going to make it look something like this. All right, let's say we have 25 as our hypotenuse. Let's say that this side is 24 and we are missing this side. Now, if you paid attention to my directions earlier, A and B make up that right angle. So this is an A or a B, and this is an A or a B. So we have our C. We have our hypotenuse in this situation. Using our formula again, like we did before, we're going to write down and fill in what's missing. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, I know my C is 25, so I'm going to put that there, 25 squared. A or B can be either one of these legs. It does not matter which place you put that in. I'm just going to fill in the first one because it's there. And I'm going to put a B squared still in my problem because I do not know what b is yet. So 24 squared is 576 plus b squared equals 25 squared is 625. Now if we use inverse operation, we're going to subtract 576 from both sides. B squared equals 625 minus 576 is 49. Like I said before, you do not want to plug that number in. You want to actually root that number. So the square root would be b equals 7. Now you know your missing leg is 7. I hope this helps. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.